Hey kids, so today we're going to talk a little bit about sentence diagramming. So this is a basic review of how to diagram simple sentences. So remember the basic structure. First things first, you want to make sure you split between subject and predicate. Okay, obviously that's going to give you the break between the noun or pronoun and the verb or verb phrase. So with the basic structure, you want to make sure that on the left-hand side, you see the line going vertically down the middle of the diagram, the left-hand side, you want to make sure that you put in the subject. Okay? Everything that's in the subject in the sentence should show up on the left-hand side or in the subject of the diagram. And everything that's on the right-hand side of that line between subject and predicate should show up in the right-hand side of the diagram. Okay? As you can see here. Subject on the left, predicate on the right. Okay, from there, you want to make sure that you have the simple subject, which is a noun or a pronoun, on the top part of the diagram, and the simple predicate on the top part of the diagram in their respective halves. The left side is the simple subject, the right side is the simple predicate. Underneath the line, you'll have connected back to the simple subject, you'll have any adjectives used to describe the simple subject. And underneath the line on the right side with the simple predicate, you'll have any adverbs used to modify the verb or verb phrase, as you can see in the diagram here. So, when we're diagramming sentences, again, we want to make sure that we split between subject and predicate, that we put the simple subject where the simple subject goes in the left-hand side and the simple predicate in the right-hand side where that belongs. And then if there's any extra pieces left over, we'll figure out what part of speech they are, which will tell us where they belong. So in this diagram, we have the sentence, mice scurry. Obviously, you can see that scurry is the verb, mice is the subject and the simple subject as well. So mice will go on the left-hand side of our diagram. Scurry will go on the right-hand side of our diagram. So mice is a noun, scurry is a verb. That is the entire sentence, mice scurry. So let's move on to a little more complex example. So as you can see here, we've got the sentence, big brown dogs run quickly. So same format. We want to make sure that we're using parts of speech to help us, and we want to start by finding the split between subject and predicate. Usually we can find that by finding the verb, the very first verb in the sentence. So in this sentence, the first verb is run. If we look to the left of that, we can see that the sentence is talking about big brown dogs, more specifically talking about dogs. Dogs is the simple subject, dogs is the noun. So dogs will go on the top of the line on the left-hand side, and run will go on the top of the line on the right-hand side because that is the verb or verb phrase. Now from there, we've got a few words left over, big, brown, and quickly. So you can see that big and brown are adjectives modifying dogs. If we wanted to, we could draw a line from big back to dogs and from brown back to dogs because those words are modifying the word dogs. So really important here, make sure that you capitalize anything in your diagram that was originally capitalized in the sentence. So you see big is a capital B, okay, and it goes in order, the same order that shows up left to right in a sentence, it should show up the same order left to right in the diagram. So we've got big first, brown second. Big brown dogs is our complete subject. So now we can move on to the predicate. We've already got the simple predicate on the top of the line, run, and that is being modified by the adverb quickly, which is our complete sentence. Big brown dogs run quickly. As you can see, that matches up with our original sentence. Therefore, we know that our diagram is complete. So I would like you to go on and diagram the remaining sentences. There are 3 sentences in increasing difficulty. That will be for an exit ticket, for a grade. I want to see how well you understand diagramming sentences. And as you can see in the instructions here, be sure that you identify the simple subject and the simple predicate first. In other words, you're using parts of speech to help you find the first verb, and then use your parts of speech to determine what is the noun or pronoun, which is going to be your simple subject. If you get stuck, you're welcome to go back to the slideshow that I was just showing you to use parts of speech to help you. So here are your 3 sentences in your exit ticket. They are, number 1, turkeys trot, very simple. Number 2, a little bit more difficult, tiny turtles tattle. And then the third sentence is the most difficult of the 3, big blue birds sing sweetly. I'd like you to diagram those. And again, make sure that you're using parts of speech, and if you get stuck, use this presentation. Best of luck to you. I hope you do well. Well done, kids.